following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
And you have done just that. You have found us online. We're Adventures from the Shed online. Welcome to the online shed as we get ready to continue our World of Darkness game. We're going to go around the table and say hi. I'm going to start with myself. I am Joe. I am playing Jonesy, the sloth with a heart of mushy gold. Maybe. I don't know. He's got a heart. I'm sure of it. And I'm sure at some point we might see it. And I'll pass it on over to the Z-Man.
Speaking of people we see.
My name's Zeb. I'm playing notorious soup lover Crawford Barlett. Just a man that loves soup to a sickening degree. And I'll pass it on down to Randy.
Hi, guys. I am Randy, and he passed it on down to me, so I guess it's my turn. And I play the ever so lovable Isaac Yusik, and he's just a guy who loves irony.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eli. I'm going to be our storyteller for this session tonight. We do have a player missing, so I'm going to take the character back into NPC land. He's mine, and I'm never giving him up.
Yay!
So, why don't we start this session, as we do every session, with a recap? We'll go alphabetically. Randy.
Yeah. All right.
I love that. From the center of the alphabet.
So we got a knock on the door, and it turned out to be Mars from the few campaigns ago, which was just Zeb and Joe, and a very poor Isaac impression. Just kidding. You guys did a good job.
That bad.
He let us know that actually, I think it was Ricky that let us know that we were having a guy come over and watch our backs because the heat is on, people. The heat is on. We are in trouble. We're not sure from who. We made a few enemies thereabouts, but yeah. So we decided, okay, well, who cares? You could just join us and pick a place we're going to go to. And we decided upon El Taco Taco, where we...
to be fair, I wanted to go to the storage building first, and we just did the El Taco squared, as it was kind of on the way, but not too far out of the way.
Plus, it was the last known location that Victor Cruz was supposed to show up to. And
the storage unit was where he was supposed to show up to. He was supposed to meet what's-her-face at the storage unit.
He was going to go to El Taco to meet her for lunch, or then meet her over there, and something happened. Either way, we ended up following Scooby Jonesy around, which seemed to have led us to the storage unit not too far away. And so me and Isaac and Mars went back to get the car so we could go and I missed the whole part about the hole in the fence. Anyway, long story short, we ended up breaking into the storage unit, and then things went weird. Black and white all over.
Long story short is a definition of recap. Not bad.
Does anybody have anything they want to add into that recap before we begin?
I think
it was significant that when we were in Taco, Jonesy had the creepy feeling and just kind of followed it out. And that's how we ended up towards the storage facility. And I thought, at least to me, that was a substantial thing that happened because, creepy feeling. And now that we know about supernatural things happening here, that was a big part of it. So I want to add that one in.
Just that, and we split up. So Isaac and Mars were together going in. They had a sales. They didn't have a sales pitch, but they were being pitched by storage units to keep the people at the storage facility off our backs. And Crawford and Jonesy snuck in through the hole in the gate, and then they were separated as well. Jonesy made his own way, and Crawford turned around, and all of a sudden he was in the black and white dimension.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Yes. All right. That seems to be everything of importance, at least everything that I can remember.
The only question I had, because I didn't quite listen clearly to the end of it when I was scheduling it to be released, did we all end up in the Dark and Stormy Night, or was it just some? It was just Crawford and Jonesy, right?
Jonesy is the only one not in this
not. I saw it right
space.
at the end. Okay, my misrecollection.
Isaac and Mars walked out of the main office and into the black and white dimension. But
Yeah, and apparently on the other side was some sort of weird gate. Or I think, if I recall, there was like this big figure kind of like there,
Yeah.
like
there was
reaching out or something. I don't remember exactly.
Welcoming you into a warm embrace.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the hell away from that. Mars,
A
Yeah,
gaunt
plan?
man in white robes.
Does not react well to hugs.
no touchy. 5 feet.
Oh,
5
yes,
feet.
that is an important detail that Mars and Isaac are on the other side of the main gate to the storage area.
Yep.
Whereas Jonesy is in real space in the actual storage area. Crawford is in subspace in the storage area. And the robed figure is in subspace in the storage area in front of the gate.
so I pull out my gun. I just start blasting.
Well, you're a -1, so good luck.
We're going to start with Jonesy. When we last left you, you were following the scent, so to speak, this vibe. You lost the
breeze.
vibe.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
failed the vibe check, but you are known to bring it back. So using your own gut instincts, you try to find this storage unit that Victor was looking for. Or you're assuming that it's one that Victor himself owned.
If
Using-
nothing else, there's got to be clues there because it's associated with Victor and he was going there. So I'm like, there's got to be clues, if nothing else.
You using your crystal guide,
Oh, yeah.
you did come across a storage unit that had a padlock, but the padlock was open. It was free. It wasn't locking the storage door down. Do you open the storage unit?
Hell yes.
Caught up in the excitement of a clue, Jonesy reaches out, removes the padlock, and swings the rolling door upwards.
I would do it a little slowly because I keep thinking in my head, somebody's going to have overstuffed it and things are going to fall out. And that's the reason I'm opening it slowly because I'm expecting like soccer balls to come flying out of the bottom of it when I open it.
Jonesy. It's just the zombie of Victor Cruz.
Well, that's okay though. If it's a zombie, he'll need to wait until I lift the door high enough. I should be able to see his feet first.
Ooh, can we bring him back both dead and alive?
No,
Aw.
it's one or the other.
Okay.
So, opening this storage unit up, inside you see a desk, a simple folding chair, a journal that seems to have fallen off of the desk. Several pages have been torn out and are strewn all over the floor. When you open the unit, a rush of cold air washes over you, quickly dissipated by the Texas heat.
Still creepy though. This isn't supposed to be an environmentally controlled unit.
No, it's not.
It shouldn't be that cold.
You just opened the gates of hell.
Taking a moment to reassess now that you've had this chill come across you. You look back to where you last saw Crawford and you find that he's not there. You're not sure of your other two companions as you can't quite see the office from here.
Okay.
You see one holding up a iron with a bow on it. Like,
was thinking in my head when you said, when I opened the door and you were like, there's a desk with a chair and a journal. For some reason, I thought you were also going to say, and there's a corkboard with pictures and red string drawn between thumbtacks and all kinds of, he's sort of figuring out the conspiracy. So I need to, I'm not really going to give a second thought to my friends being out of sight, because I am aware that just because I can't see them doesn't mean that they're non-existent. I do have some object permanence. Some.
Everything's like somewhere, man.
Yeah, exactly. The first thing would be to go to the journal. While I pick that up, I kind of look over the desk. Anything obvious? Like, did somebody... Are there like fingernail scratchings in the desk because somebody was ripped away from it? Like kind of the horror movie thing. I'm looking for anything that says, why is this journal on the floor rather than on the desk? Some clue like that.
Okay. There's nothing obvious, but you can go ahead and give me an intelligence investigation. Or no.
Okay, good. I have nothing in investigation. I'm like, I just talked about investigating. He's going to say investigation.
Why don't we try? We'll give this a a presence investigation.
Well, that's a little better. All right, let's try a presence and investigation.
Yeah.
Submit. What I end up with
is,
it says 0 successes. So I've got, I can't read it that clearly on my screen. Vision's already blurry and I haven't had the surgery yet. So it does say 0 successes, but I don't think there were any ones in there, right? So all right, he's got it there now.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, no ones.
With 0 successes, you're pretty sure that if there was any supernatural going on here, that they weren't the cause of this mess with the journal. You'll need somebody with either sharper eyes or somebody who's more used to doing a physical investigation.
Before we go too much further, I want to ask a kind of logistics question. Zeb, can you bring the die roll back up? Because from what I'm understanding of this, I have 3 presents. I am unskilled in investigation. So there should be 1 die rolled. It doesn't look like there were any dice actually rolled. Because I don't actually see a number rolled. Because it's like, it said 3 and then -3, but I don't see a number. There's like a formula that says greater than 8 equals nothing.
2 parentheses inside parentheses.
Should I just roll 1 die?
Yes,
I'm not sure
roll
that
1
actually rolled anything, because you said even with the negatives, you still get to roll 1 die no matter what, right?
You should still have the chance die.
All right, let me just try that just for kicks. Probably won't help any. It didn't, but I just wanted to look at that because I couldn't, for the life of me, I'm looking at that little pop-up and I'm like, I can't see where anything was actually rolled. Anyway, you got it. I would need somebody with better skills of investigation to see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Just a quick note. It does look like on the dice roller on the character sheet, there is an option called chance. So maybe in that sort of situation, try rolling it with that and see if it rolls an additional die.
Okay. Might try that. Yeah. So then I would just want to start looking at the journal. If I can't determine anything specific of why it may have been knocked to the ground, then I'll just start flipping through it.
I wish I was in there. I have 3 investigations.
I have a solid 1.
Oh, shush.
I couldn't even investigate as to why you're not there.
With after picking up the different pages torn out of the journal, you loosely put them back in. You're certain that they're not in the right spaces, but shouldn't stop you from just reading them anyways.
Yeah, handwritten journals usually don't have page numbers.
You find in this journal, parts of it are written in Spanish. You just can't seem to understand them, but the parts that are written in English are notes about different companies in town, individuals who they know, where they were last seen, and a couple of names keep popping up. Sebastian and Grohl.
Like Dave Grohl?
Yes.
Okay. So in the journal, Sebastian and Grohl. And those are names that I do not recall. Based on the structure of the notes, to me so far, it sounds like it's definitely Victor's journal. But I don't know if I can decipher that any more clearly.
That's what your first instinct tells you. But as you look towards the last few pages, you see one of them has a note. Talk with Park Ranger. He knows something.
So we're looking for a guy named Park Ranger. Mr. Ranger?
I didn't know there was a park in this town.
There is actually a wildlife reserve to the northeast, but that is one of the few places not mentioned in the journal.
Interesting.
But we one of the ongoing jokes for the organization is to pretend you're park rangers. So chances are that's what they're talking about. Talk to Victor. He knows what's going on.
We're cryptozoologists, guys.
He knows something.
He knows something.
This is definitely going to merit further study.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything that would click immediately with this. Like, do we have access to any company resources from our mobile phones? Like, could I see one of Victor's expense reports to see if the writing matches Victor's writing in any way? Because now I don't think it's his, but I'd want to confirm that.
You would be able to send an email with pictures of it that your handler would be able to confirm whether or not they'd be handling it on the back end.
Okay, I'll do that then. Take a couple snapshots and do that. But I will also get all the pages into the binding and take it with me. The journal will not stay here.
All right.
And I would also do a thorough searching of the rest of the storage unit for anything else that might be of interest. Right now, it sounds like there isn't. Sounds like there's 3 blank walls, a rolling door, a desk, a chair, and a journal.
So, looking underneath the desk, you do find a few cardboard boxes stacked up. They're pretty densely packed in there. And opening everything up, you find mostly books, local histories, myths, cryptids. You find some old accounts of natives that used to live in the area. But you do notice that a lot of it is focused on 16th century colonization.
Colonoscopies.
Yes, 15th century colonoscopies. It was,
I can't see anything.
It was a different practice back then.
This box is just
the guy in half. Now look.
This box is just full of pictures of assholes for some reason.
Yes,
Ooh,
you pick up your book of former presidents.
So what I'm putting here for some notes is there are boxes with books and information, basically 16th century. Is there anything like else that would stand out as far as what I'm thinking of is how do I recap this when I find my my team? Because I'm going to share it with them immediately. But that.
Well, how you share the information is up to you. That is the information that you have.
Okay.
You are able to. Oh, excuse me. You are able to find in one of the drawers of the desk, which is mostly empty. There's a few like loose office supplies, a few paper clips, a thing of sticky notes, a couple of pens. But in one of the drawers, you do find an old PDA.
Public display of affection is just sitting right
Yeah.
in the drawer.
Just right in there. Just two
Like
little.
you're talking about like a Palm Pilot, an old.
Yeah.
Okay, an old.
You find two
organizer.
cockroaches holding hands.
And
One
they were
of
just
them looks
waiting
up
for
at you.
someone to come
Hey,
look.
some privacy, please.
And so old. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. When you say old PDA, you're meaning something like it's not internet connected. It's not right. It probably just has some data on it. And this is what I'm good at. So hopefully I can do something with this. I'm gonna check
Here's
it
the
out.
hoping.
Yeah.
It is 100% dead though. No charge.
I can figure out a way to charge it. Not here, but maybe a hotel room. I could pull apart one of my
Probably
USB
have all the
from my
tools you
phone
need.
and yeah.
To set up a wind generator with
Well, I just got to find the right contacts. It just needs the right positive and negative, and I can pull my phone charger apart and just use those wires to attach and get a
See,
charge going. In the
What
thing.
you do is you hook up the motorcycle's battery to it,
Ooh, nice.
and then you just rev on the engine.
and
That'll have no
come right
negative
on.
repercussions.
None at all.
and then another person comes up and said, "Did you take the back off?" And you take the back off, and it's run by 4 AA batteries.
Yeah, it's gonna be that too. Yeah. Wow. Didn't even think about that. All right. So I've got here that in the storage unit there was a desk, chair, journal, boxes. The boxes had information mainly 16th century. In the journal, there was mentions of Sebastian and Grohl a lot. Also mentions to find the park ranger to talk to him because he knows something. And in the desk drawer, there's a dead PDA.
I bet Sebastian's wearing cement shoes under the sea.
Okay. It's a bay, actually. It's Capano Bay.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not a sea. It's not big enough.
That joke was only a C anyway.
Hey.
Hey. I don't know.
All
I'd
right.
give it a bay plus. Anyways,
I'll nothing else to find in here, so I'm just gonna head out and figure out where Crawford went. Just start looking around.
we'll go ahead and move the camera off of Jonesy and back into the weird space. The air is dead still, and there's an oppressive quiet all around you, Crawford, Isaac, and Mars. You can hear your own breathing.
Excuse me, have you seen a guy that's about this tall?
Are you speaking to the robed figure?
You said it's Crawford's turn. So.
Well, I just said we were going to the
Oh, okay.
weird space. All three of you are.
Weird
Well, the
space,
both of
too.
you are in weird space.
Well, Crawford's in
And
his own
Mars.
weird space too. He's kind of freaking the fuck out right now.
Blam, 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 blam.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that like Crawford is sweating. He can just hear his heart rate beating faster and faster. This man's having a full blown panic attack.
Crawford, give me a composure roll.
He is sweating and shooting bullets at the same time. Composure. We haven't done that yet. Just straight up composure. Composure.
Yes, just straight up
See
composure.
if you lose it. You lost. No, never
He's
mind.
pretty successful there.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of points in composure, even though I'm really freaking out right now.
Hey, composure isn't not freaking out. It's staying active while you're freaking out.
There you go.
What you do, you fully recognize that you're either A, actively having a mental breakdown, or B, about to have one. So assuming the latter, let's figure out how we can stop it or at least get around it. You do see on the other side of the gate, behind the robed figure, is Isaac and Mars.
Okay,
my-
how
I was gonna say, oh my god, you're here too?
did I get sucked into a Tootsie Roll commercial?
Speaking to each other, because of the distance, you have to raise your voice to be heard. When you do speak, your voice sounds normal to you, but the response sounds like it's coming through like a wire connected between two tin cans.
I'll say again, Inspector. Is this things that are happening now or things to come? Sorry. I mean, are you Victor Cruz or have you seen him? He's about this tall and
So
Spiky.
I'm gonna feel a lot better knowing that another person has finally entered this realm with me, so I have someone to talk to.
I'm
There's
not
3 more
crazy.
figures over there.
I probably shouldn't ask because I'm not there, but does the figure look like the statue in the church?
You are
well,
muted.
it's a good thing that you are not here because
Okay.
dead men can't talk. So
Yeah,
people
I'm
in
done.
the scene.
Yeah.
Does this guy look like something I haven't really looked too closely at?
You're not sure.
Have I seen you somewhere before?
You
We're in the
speak.
we're in the Burger
Speaking
Monarch
to
line.
the robed figure gives you no response. As a matter of fact, he does not even turn to recognize you.
Anyway, this is Mars, and
You look over at Mars, and all color has drained from his body. Not like in the everything's black and white, but like it's clear that he's losing his shit. He's absolutely terrified.
get yourself back together.
Go ahead and give me.
A slap around roll.
I guess you can give me a strength empathy.
Strength, empathy. I like that. That's a hell of a combination.
Empathy. Oh, that's a nothing in there. All right, this is gonna be a fun roll. Let's go. Did it do anything?
Nice.
I clicked it.
Did you click submit?
I clicked the dice. It didn't pop up anything. Let me try again. Oh, there it goes. All right. 0 successes. What happened?
So you said you have nothing in empathy,
But
and
I
that
do
would
in
mean
strength.
you have -1 if you have
Yeah.
nothing in empathy.
So it's 1 success making 0 successes. I can't really read this.
No. So you had a single die to roll. Its result was 4.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's just the end. Yep.
Slapping
the end. All right.
slapping Mars around gets you nowhere. He
All
does not
right.
respond
This is
anymore.
not going very well.
And the robed figure is closer to me, right?
Technically speaking, it's closer to Isaac and Mars because
is
it's by the gate.
Oh, it's by the gate, so it's like my way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
get
it's
Is it
facing
looking at
Crawford?
him?
Yes. It's facing Crawford.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to tell if it's actually looking at him.
Seriously, Mars. This guy.
I'm gonna shuffle to the right and see if its gaze follows me.
You shuffle to the right. It's a little too far to tell where it's looking.
Okay.
It maintains its posture, welcoming you.
And from the details, my real world self does not remember what the statue looked like, but Crawford was very intimate with the statue, so I would imagine that he remembered what it looked like. Are they the same thing?
No, the statue was made of stone. This is made of man.
But it looks it's very similar.
It's very similar, yes.
I'm sorry, Eli.
I'm glad you found it as funny as I did.
Yeah.
You again. That's what I'm going to say to it.
And it does not respond.
All right.
What do you mean, you again?
I'm gonna look around. Can I see? Because from when the last time I was in the black and white world, there was no one around me. So can I see people that aren't in the world? Like, can I see Jonesy scuttling around somewhere?
Jonesy, give me a presence empathy.
I could do that. Presence and empathy and
It's like when you wear a tux to a
submit.
funeral, right? Oh, nice.
3 successes.
Tree.
3,
Crawford,
9,
you-
8, 8, 3. So
You
3
look
successes.
around for anybody other than the 3 stooges in front of you. And you turn around and you see Jonesy standing by one of the storage units. It looks like he's actually coming out of one of them, closing it up. He's not clear like the people that are here in this extra dimension with you. You can tell it's Jonesy. You recognize the colors of his outfit, the shape of his body, and you know that's where he was supposed to be. But his border fades. He almost blends in with the background behind him. But as you're looking at him, you realize, oh, shit. Color.
Now, I think it's kind of ironic that the Hawaiian shirt I chose today is gray and black when it's like I would perfectly fit in the film noir world this time. But,
you chose to dress for the occasion, and it just so
Yeah.
happened that you went with the
Apparently.
wrong plot point.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over towards him.
Towards Jonesy?
Yeah, towards Jonesy, and see if like I can put my if I can like reach out and touch him, because I'm gonna be calling out his name like Jonesy, because I can technically see him, but I'm assuming he's kind of looking around like he can't see me.
Isaac, you hear Crawford calling out to Jonesy. You see him turn around and start moving deeper into the storage units. And you realize that the storage area is now much, much larger than it was just a few seconds ago.
Wait a second. What's going on here?
Crawford, you get to Jonesy and you try to grab his shoulder, get his attention. And it feels like your hand is sinking into cotton candy with no core.
Yum.
That's Jonesy.
Eventually, your hand just comes out the other side. Jonesy, in real space, you get
stabbed through the arm.
You get a spasm through one of your pectoral muscles. And you get that itchy feeling on the back of your neck.
Oh, crap. All right. I got to take out a green crystal this time. So I take out a little green crystal. And by the way, when I say crystals, we're not talking about gems or anything. We're really just talking about something that looks like a crystal that you would buy at some kind of woo store, regardless. So just a green one. Got a hole in the top with a fishing line in it. Number 12 carved in the side. So I know it's my work crystal. And it's a green one. And the green one is for trying to elevate my mood to where I'm not about to freak out. Because that the feeling of the touch before the itch on the back of the neck hasn't happened before. This is different, and I want to make sure I don't freak out. I'm going to try and stay calm, close my eyes, and kind of feel for the breeze.
Like he's self-soothing.
Yeah.
So you begin your 6-step program and recenter yourself. Crawford, you notice Jonesy reach into a pocket and pull something out. You can't quite make out the detail on it, but Jonesy starts to lose color. He starts to blend in with the storage units, the concrete, until eventually he fades from subspace.
It's your fault, man.
So I did pick up that extra gun. I forgot to add it to my.
And I'm gonna shoot myself with it.
I forgot to add it to my character, but
I'm gonna shoot off my toes until I wake up.
Now that Jonesy has disappeared, you realize that the storage units have extended.
so it's not like a big maze. I'm gonna take my gun and just shoot a shot into the air, because like in my mind, if I could see Jonesy, maybe he can. Maybe I'm just not loud enough because I'm already having a hard time speaking to Isaac. So I'm going to shoot a warning shot up into the air.
You can either give me a presence firearms or a willpower roll. If you have any expended willpower, they do count against your die pool here.
Well, I'm gonna have to do a willpower roll.
All right.
Because I have 1 in presence and none in firearms.
So it's a chance die either way.
So with the willpower roll, I'm just rolling 1 dice, right?
Correct.
Here we go. A 4.
4.
Huh.
What a classic shitty number.
You raise the gun high. You fire off a round. It as well sounds tinny and far away. Isaac, you see Crawford do this, and you hear the gunshot echo faintly.
I look at him to see if he's looking up at something while he did that, or if he's literally just firing in the sky.
It looks like he's just firing into the sky. He's trying to damn whatever God has sent him to this fate.
What are you doing over there?
I don't know.
All right, Mars, why are you so pale? Come on. Let's try this again, buddy. Come on. Snap out of it.
We were just about to go into the West Side Story gang fight there.
With renewed vigor, you try to
answers
bring
my
Mars to the present, wherever the present is. And for just a moment, you see that light come back into his eyes. He starts blinking, but he shuts down again.
I would like to grab the part that I fixed recently, patched up, that I know is probably still hurting a bit, to go, and maybe some pain will shock him back into reality, or whatever this reality is.
Okay.
Since that didn't work.
You reach for this old wound. You know that it was stabilized. It wasn't healed.
Yeah.
But with proper rest, he was going to recover just fine in a few weeks. Giving it a nice little sucker punch will definitely open it back up, but something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
You swing him.
Yeah.
And Mars doubles over in pain. No sound escapes his lips. He looks up at you, and for just a moment, you don't see the Mars you knew. You see a child lying on the ground, looking up at an adult to keep him safe.
Oh. Jesus, Mars, I didn't realize. All right. Listen here, Inspector. I turn around, pull out my weapon. I want answers. Who are you?
I've watched Ghostbusters enough to know how to deal with this.
You need this child alone. I mean, you're not looking at us, but still.
Glancing back at Mars after pointing the gun at the Spectre, you see it's actually Mars on the ground now. The child has disappeared. The adult that came into this realm with you is here again.
Don't worry, Mars. I got your back. Go.
The figure doesn't seem to acknowledge you from the other side of the gate.
So I make sure I'm lined up perfectly with Crawford on the other side of my range and fire at the
Bang! Gonna hit something, damn it.
So you are shooting the robed figure.
There's no reason to, actually. I was just joking about shooting Crawford by accident.
No reason not
I feel like it's probably the most rational decision someone could make in a situation like this.
I'm just like, I would not actually line up with Crawford. First of all, yeah, sure, I'll friggin' fire into the thing. I don't care. Sure.
Give me a presence firearms.
Presents firearms.
Which is it, Eli? Do you want a present or do you want a firearm? Come on.
I would love a firearm as a present.
As a present.
Can I use my merit of gunslinger?
And that does what exactly?
I don't have the notes in front of me. I just have 3 notes that say.
If you're asking to use it, you should know what it does.
It's been a while.
Swing
We created
again.
these characters a year ago.
Can I cast
Swing
Fireball?
it.
Is that going to be helpful? I don't know.
Okay.
Gunslinger merit.
Dark
Let's see.
gunslinger.
Capability and experience with firearms is such that you can accurately fire 2 pistols at the same time.
Oh, never mind. That does not. I only have
And
one.
it can be used with pistols only.
Okay, that would not help me unless I get the gun back from Crawford. Which no, you can have that one.
So it looks like the benefit is you end up with 2 attacks, and the second one just has a -2 offhand penalty.
Then I'll just stick with the presence firearms and roll. Submit. Go. 2 successes.
One's a 10, and it looks like it rolled it for you.
Yep. That
Why does it do that? Maybe we don't want to re-roll our 10s. Sometimes.
it's a little inconsistent sometimes.
Mhm.
There
Regardless.
is a don't re-roll 10s thing on the character sheet. I haven't touched it yet, but kind of like Zeb was saying, there's a chance thing. I wonder what that does. Well, I wonder what the don't re-roll 10s does, except that this one seems kind of obvious what it would do.
Yeah.
It's definitely more intuitive than Theban sorcery.
Yeah. And why the hell don't I have that this time? I
took it
have said
away.
I don't need
Oh,
it.
good. Cool.
You fire at the hooded figure. The bullet slams against the middle of his back. But instead of piercing through, the bullet shatters against it. And where there was once cloth robe, there is now stone.
What the what?
The human specter has turned into the statue.
Seriously, what the what?
Like this is why the statue had so many patches on it. People just shoot it all the time in the spirit world, apparently.
About how far away am I from it?
Crawford, we'll say you're about 80 feet.
Okay.
You hear this gunshot go off.
Yep.
And you actually hear the impact of the bullet quite clearly.
You want to fire guns? You're firing guns. Do it.
You look over to Isaac and Mars, who is now mysteriously on the ground.
Mysteriously.
And slowly, color starts to return. This isn't the sudden transition as it was the last time, where you walked through a door. This is slowly coming back to reality. Jonesy,
Oh.
as you are looking around,
Crawford's hand
trying
is
to
in you.
find your
Are you
allies.
sure you should go to Jonesy right after you say the word reality? That doesn't seem right. Go on.
You're pretty sure you're seeing a mirage. Looking down one of the paths there in the storage area, you see almost like a daze from the heat coming off of the asphalt, and in that daze you see Crawford kind of fade into reality.
Oh, it's almost like a flashback.
Yeah.
But it's a flash to now, I
Did
guess.
Jonesy by chance hear gunshots or
No.
Ah.
It's a mirage made manifest. All 3 of Research Team 12 are now back where they should be. And Mars is here too. But
I saved you, Mars.
the Spectre is missing. And Jonesy, you don't feel that itch no more.
So now, aside from the feeling going away, was there anything super crazy about the way they reappeared, or is it like I just kind of blinked and they were there?
It was not a blink and you miss it moment. You were looking at these heat waves coming off of the asphalt, and you saw them just kind of as almost as if their opacity was being turned up.
Oh, like a transporter, Star Trek kind of thing.
Yes,
they just
no
fade
effects.
in.
Exactly. Well,
Okay.
not no effects. They've got that wavy heat mirage in the desert effect.
Okay. Oh, dudes, what was that, man? That seemed pretty far out. Where were you?
We got to get the fuck out of here, man.
All right.
Did I kill it?
But look at this journal, man. It looks like it was like Victor's, but not Victor's. It talks about him.
Jonesy,
What?
let's look at it back at the hotel.
Do you have your emergency soup, dude? I mean,
I'm all out. I took the last bouillon cube this morning, and I just got teleported to a black and white dimension, and the statue from the church was there, but it wasn't a statue, and I could see you, and I reached out to touch you, and nothing happened, and then you just faded away. I thought for sure that I was dead. I want to go home.
All right, man. All right. It's cool, but should we do anything else here first?
Oh, God.
Let's find out what's up with Mars. She's freaking out.
I'm going to try to compose myself here. I already did it once in the realm. I'm gonna do it again just to bring myself, because
So I feel like the green crystal just worked for me. I'm gonna try and hand it to Crawford. Dude,
right, I'm gonna take it.
probably
I'm gonna do like this thing with it and like swing it around.
Yeah.
Okay.
My virtue is prudence. So Jonesy's right. We should continue to look around here until we found everything that there is to find.
Is that are you attempting to play to your virtue here to gain willpower?
Yes.
And I coincidentally, I am going with my vice of sloth. I don't really feel like leaving. I was hanging out for a while.
I'm gonna go try to win myself an iron, so I'm going back in there because I'm
There's a
full
lot
of
of
pride.
work. There's a lot of work to get out, man. We had to get through the fence. I mean, am I going to have to go back through the fence? Do I have to sneak out? I mean, they know we're here now. I don't really feel like leaving.
Where did you find the journal?
This stuff was in the storage unit right here, man. If you hadn't just like whatever you did, you'd have seen it.
Do not blame me for that.
Right.
I'm gonna open the storage unit just to see if there's anything that Jonesy missed, because I know he's very he does
Easily
that.
distracted.
Yeah.
So first of all, Zeb.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Go ahead and restore your willpower.
Hooray.
Joe, no.
Not until I actually cause problems, and I haven't caused one yet. I mean, that's the way I see it, at least. I don't know if you agree, but until the vice actually causes a problem, it's not really a vice. It's just a thing.
Looking into the storage unit, you can go ahead and give me a wits investigation.
All right. This is a lot more rolls.
It's
So
more up Crawford's alley, though, right?
The more rolls,
Yeah.
the better.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That.
One. Wait, bad one.
None.
1 plus bad one.
Brutal. So
Nothing.
0 successes. I will spend a willpower.
That you just gained. All right.
Nice.
That's a gamer for you.
Yep. I'll
So-
get those things back. I don't need to conserve this.
Looking over the storage unit, you find pretty much everything that Jonesy found. But something's not sitting right with you about any of this. There has to be something else here. There needs to be, for my own sanity's sake. And as you're aimlessly just moving these boxes around, running your hands over the desk, you feel something click under one of your fingers. And a side panel opens up on the desk. Inside are 3 pieces of paper.
Okay, I can't drop these
One.
down the fucking storm drain.
I mean, you could. Wouldn't hurt, probably. Somebody might die eventually. Regardless, one is an old photograph. It is a man, a woman, and 2 children at an amusement park. 2 is a second photograph of a man that you don't recognize wearing a fine suit standing in front of the statue at the Fellowship of the Valley Church, or Church of the Valley. Tomato, potato. The third piece of paper is a sketch. It seems to be depicting some sort of woodland scene. And you're not sure what it is right now, but it feels like there's something else to this sketch.
Do I turn it on the back and then all is revealed?
No.
All right. And I didn't recognize the family either, right?
No.
Even with my eidetic memory.
You have never seen these people in your life,
All right, cool.
technically speaking.
And I'm gonna get, because I'm still worked up, so I'm gonna get mad at Jonesy. I'm gonna be like, "How'd you not find this?"
Hey man, maybe I didn't get to it yet, or
You were closing the door. You were leaving.
you vanished, man.
I know.
Can't just be my fault. I mean, I suppose it could, but it probably isn't.
While this is going on, Isaac, give me an intelligence medicine.
Seriously, dude, what's going on with you? You gonna wake up, or are you?
Oh, he's
alright?
awake and he's groaning in pain.
Intelligence medicine. Click it. Okay, come on, work. There we go.
Oops.
Why are things
Damn.
not working for me?
You shouldn't have gotten mad at the
No
machine.
successes and a 1 in there.
This is what happens. You let the machine win.
Well, it's just not my night, I guess. So, yeah, didn't work out. Okay.
It do be that way though.
Yeah. Dice be a harsh mistress sometimes.
You're not sure what's wrong with him. It looks like everything's fine. I mean, color has returned to his face. He's clutching his side in pain. He's talking. He's asking what the fuck just happened. So he seems to be somewhat lucid.
You sort of lost it and went pale, and there was a specter-like thing that turned out to be made of stone after I shot it. I don't know. You turned into a child for a moment. Things are weird in there, man.
What
You
the
okay?
fuck are you talking about?
You don't remember the
God.
world going black and white and wearing some weird.
Just get in the fucking car. Oh,
But the
jeez,
cars
can
over.
one of you drive?
They're over there. Okay, you guys ready?
Some poker chips fall out of Mars's pocket. Inside.
Have we rejoined the team?
He clearly was talking to all of us, so maybe.
So
Well, Mars doesn't seem to recognize the 2 of the group are missing. He seems pretty dead set on getting back to the car.
all right. We've left the storage unit, so I'm going to assume that we see them turning around, and I'm like, "We're coming back!" No,
Let's go to the
care.
car that only holds 4 people,
No care about the
not
the
5.
fact that we're trespassing anymore. I just don't care. I want to leave.
Oh well.
I'll just reluctantly follow along if everyone else is leaving. I guess I have to.
So you don't want to win those irons?
That was your deal, man. You were getting a sales pitch. I don't even know about it.
All right. Do any of your characters know how to drive?
Yep, I have 2 in drive.
All right.
So I
That's the
drive
thing?
it.
Well, I have one. Yeah, I have one.
Mars
I have nothing.
tosses you the key,
I
Crawford,
drive with my gun.
and gets into the passenger seat.
Shoot the car until it starts going.
Shotgun. Well, handgun.
Ah,
Revolver. Is that a new one?
it's velvet.
So is the hotel safe, or do you have a safe place for us to go? Or well, we should go to the hotel and get our things first. But
Get your things for what?
aren't we like in trouble? Shouldn't we go somewhere else?
Fucking Ricky said something might happen. Didn't say it was gonna.
Dude, I got to get to the hotel so I can make this thing work. And I hold up the PDA.
Oh, what's that?
And I ain't got a place for y'all to stay.
A hotel it is then.
Yeah, man. Let's go to the hotel, dude.
Let's go to Hometel.
I'll peel out.
We got to make sure the body's still in the dumpster. Nobody stole the motorcycle.
The fuck?
There's a lot of crazy things going on around here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him like blatantly. I'll be like, yeah, when before you showed up, some dude got shot and we dumped him in the dumpster and hit his motorcycle.
I'm just trying to be tough in front of the gangster.
Oh, God.
Just throwing out things that sound like they're probably impressive.
For the record, we didn't shoot the guy. We just found him, well, with his bike on him. And then Crawford decided he didn't need his leg anymore and pushed the bike even further on him. And then we decided he didn't need his life anymore and he bled out. So
He wasn't using it for anything good.
I tried to stop it, but there's so much going on. I didn't have the tools or time or anything.
Yeah, you can check it out when we get back to the hotel.
Then you got fucked up.
Hey, speaking of checking out, oh God, I think I'm. And Mars passes out. Head just onto the dashboard.
Mm.
Ow!
So he's in the passenger seat.
Passenger
Kill my
airbag goes off,
revolver.
throws him into the back seat.
And I called Revolver too. What a jerk. I'll check his pulse.
All right.
His heart is beating.
I'm gonna issue commands since I'm in the driver's seat.
Ooh.
I'm gonna speed up to get us back to the hotel as soon as possible, and I'm gonna be like, Isaac, call Ricky. Let him know his boy.
Okay, cowboy, let's go. It's ringing.
You call up Ricky, and after a few rings, he answers.
Your boy passed out.
You're not going to tell him you beat up the bodyguard?
What do you mean my boy passed out? Is Mars okay?
Well, we kind of got in a weird situation, and he freaked out. And then when we got out of that weird situation, he kind of passed out.
Leaving out some key information.
We're on our way back to the motel.
Anyway, we're on
Yeah.
our way back to the hotel, and I'm gonna look at his wounds better.
Okay, man. You were. Hold on. You mean a hotel in town or the motel you were staying at?
Sorry, the motel we're staying at. Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Do you have any other guys? Maybe
Where are you
also
at
with
right
an
now?
M for a name. We just left the storage unit. I wrote that
Triple Z
down
storage.
on my notes. Triple Z storage unit. Thank you for telling me. In the front seat while you're driving. Watch the road. Oh, shoot. They banged his head again. Damn it, Crawford.
There was a parrot in the road. I don't know why.
Why was someone's parent in the road?
Wanted a cracker.
what shit do you have at the motel? Like,
I-
is it like pick up a bag and go, or like
Pick up a bag of 18 shirts that I iron every day, and
and I'm like,
well,
yes, we can just pick up a bag and go.
I put them on speakerphone so everyone can
There you
talk.
go.
These are my buddies Crawford and Jonesy.
the
Crawford's dead.
like
Pick up a bag and go.
all we got to do is get the laptop, right? That's like our main thing that we need to get. That and Jonesy's tools
Yeah.
and I
And the
guess
iron.
clothes. Yeah, and the iron.
We're
Don't you
not
steal
here for
their
long
iron?
term, man.
all right,
Why do we need to get up and go? I thought
Look.
it was only a little hot.
things change. I got some news. I'm gonna meet you at your motel, and you're gonna need to follow me. All right.
Okay. See you in a bit. Bye, buddy. Boop. Though it doesn't really boop in reality. We just boop in movies for some reason.
Poop.
Yar.
That's gonna kind of freak me out, so I'm gonna drive it even faster. I'm
You-
going well over 25 over the speed limit at this point.
You vroom vroom. Give me a dexterity drive.
All right.
We
Dexterity.
are functioning under cautious killers.
So in the meantime, is Mars's unconscious body just flopping around into the door, into the
Oh my
the
god,
window,
are y'all
the
letting him
dash?
flop around?
Got my hand
Isaac Q wanted to have a shotgun and called a revolver, would be holding him still because he knows it's probably bad for him
Revolver
to be.
to his head.
Yeah, you're like wrapped around the seat behind.
For his sake and your own sake.
The power of friendship continues.
Oh, that's
2 successes.
yep.
Gonna
And
roll
I
another?
have it set to don't reroll 10, so I get to
Alright.
reroll this
Yeah.
one on my
I
own.
couldn't find that. How do I turn that off? Is it just in regular settings?
It's in the top right, like where the red dice is, where you roll. It's just in the bottom right corner of that box. You can select don't reroll 10s.
Oh yeah, that's where I saw it.
That's you.
2 successes is still more than enough to navigate around town. It's a small town. Nobody's like, there's traffic in some key areas, but it's not like the streets are flooded with cars.
Your streets are flooded with cars.
Yeah, because if I remember right, it's like
Are you
noon.
coming on to me? So it's, for the most part, you have plenty of room to navigate, take your turns a little tight, speed up, slow down. You run a couple of reds, but it's fine. These lights don't even have cameras on them.
And I will say that I know the way back
Yes,
because
you do.
we drove here because of my eidetic memory.
Yes. You do not get lost.
It's so much faster to have a car. Jesus. Much faster.
This would have been like a 2-hour walk. Although I guess not at this speed.
It's like a whole day going to the grocery store.
You get back to the motel, and
It's on fire. What?
now you see
My iron.
you do see Ricky leaning against one of the posts, kind of shaking one of his legs. It's clear that he's antsy. He has
Hey,
one
Ricky.
hand
Did-
one hand in
Oh.
his pocket, one hand has his phone out. He's looking through it.
Did someone kick the shit out of you? You look bad, buddy.
Oh, to Ricky,
Yeah.
he does look a bit beat up.
Because Mars and the other guy, I can't remember the name, walked out of that hotel and heard some ruckus behind them. I was like, oh, well, his fault. So I was just trying to carry it on.
Well, Ricky wasn't involved in that.
Oh, okay. I thought Ricky-
The presumably tortured individual was unnamed. That was quote
No.
unquote Frank.
I'm just jumping back to the fact that Mars was like, actually, no, Ricky knows the guy.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and
He
then
does look
got-
like he's been in a bit of a slugfest.
punished for it.
So yeah, he's got a black eye. You can see
You forget to pay your lawyer? What's going on here?
bandages on a part of his face.
You look better last time I saw you.
let's not worry about that right now. I already got my car running.
All right. So you want to get our bags and go?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm immediately going for my bag. It's got the soup, bouillon cubes in it. I'm taking them out. I'm putting them in a water bottle and shaking it up because I'm stressed out. I'm grabbing my cigarettes. And I'm shoving those things on my person, so I always have them.
You're gonna develop an addiction to improvised soup.
Yep.
Isaac will grab the box that they carried the groceries back from the shop to the motel with, and just start throwing them in there. Then grab his bag of his shirts and throw them over his arm. All right, ready to go.
All
right, someone grab the computer.
I'll grab that. I'll grab my stuff. Just goes back in my duffel bag, but I keep separate. I keep out the computer, a little battery bank, and a couple of USB cables and some tools so that I can immediately start working on the PDA, even in the back of the car while we're driving.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a weird thing once we're out. So as long as everybody's got all their stuff and we're out, is that established?
With everything that Zeb has done as Crawford, for him to preface this by saying it's going to be weird, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that weird, but it's going to be
Okay.
like, why are you doing that?
Has Dead Guy's phone been ringing at all, by the way, since I've had it in my pocket?
There have been a couple of messages that you can't decipher.
So we're all out. We're all outside now.
Yeah.
Got all our stuff. All right. I'm going to put the key, because I'm imagining it's a motel, so it's like an actual key in the door, and I'm going to kick the key to break it, so that the door stays locked. Nobody else, none of the staff can open it without busting the door down.
Oh wait, I need to go back in. Son of a bitch!
I already asked.
I get it. You're saying it's weird because it's the first sensible thing that Crawford's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whatever it was, man, it wasn't that important. Now
I
come on,
left
let's
the iron
go.
on. I left the iron on.
I just looked back at him like,
today. Just kidding. Let's go.
Just kidding.
It's just in reality, you're actually worried that you left it on. Like, no, I didn't. I'm just joking.
Crawford gets a
Perfectly
distinct
fine.
memory of when he and Jonesy went to fuck with Isaac and remembering, oh, we didn't turn off the iron.
I didn't leave it on the towel or anything.
Oh, boy. So I'm going to take I'll take the first opportunity to start working on improvising a cable to get the PDA charged.
Okay.
I was just going to say that we had booked that hotel for like several weeks, right? Like we weren't paying like nightly.
2 weeks.
Yeah. So
There was
We only had like a week left.
correct.
Okay.
This is day 6.
All right, we're back in the car. Then I'm driving again.
On the road again.
I suggest that we maybe switch the seat order so that maybe Mars is in the back seat and Jonesy's up front and Isaac can
Probably be
see.
safer in the trunk. I think I could get more work done on the PDA in the back seat, so maybe Isaac can sit up front.
Okay, you use his back as a shelf, and you can just put things on top of him. And
We can put his booster seat up there. So
who's
Isaac can sit up
in
front.
which car?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was just going to drive Mars's car.
we could put all
Okay.
our crap in the front seat of Mars's car and the trunk, whatever fits. Jonesy in maybe the back of Mars's car. Then Isaac will ride with Ricky.
And to bring Mars along on the ride with Ricky too. It's Ricky's guy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what kind of car does Ricky drive? Is it a pickup truck? Can we just throw him in the back?
It's an
no.
El Camino.
Well, maybe. It's a Jeep.
Okay.
There you go.
It's an El Camino with Jeep wheels.
That does make more sense though. Like we're chill right now. If Ricky's taking us somewhere, then if he has to go somewhere else with Mars, like might as well just put him in Ricky's car.
Yeah. Okay.
So along the way, Jonesy is trying to get the PDA up and running, was it?
Yep.
All right. So Ricky is he gives you one one warning, Crawford, when it's clear that you're driving. It just tells you, keep up. Gets into the car.
All
Once
right.
Jonesy's in, Mars is in, peels out of there.
Just dodge Neon through its paces, man.
This is a Jeep Cherokee.
No, he's driving the Jeep. I was saying Mars's car.
Oh, yeah.
We had all kinds of jokes about that last time.
Yeah. So, Jonesy, you're going to need to give me we'll make it a dexterity crafts.
Okay.
And you're going to take a -2 penalty from the jostling of the car.
Okay. Also, I have 2 specializations, which actually I think both kind of apply. One is electronics improvisation, so I can just kind of make stuff out of electronic things. But then the second is fixing the obscure. And you said it's an old PDA. It's kind of an obscure device, so I don't know. How do you want me to handle that? This is actually like the thing.
Only a single specialization will apply. You just choose which one it is.
Okay. I like the because I'd already described it as I'm going to use a cable for its non-intended purpose. This would be the improvisation one. So electronics improvisation, and that gives me what? A die, an extra die?
Yes.
So then I'm just going to be at a -1.
That's correct.
Okay. So I will hit dexterity and cross. I'm going to hit don't reroll 10s.
All right.
And then modifier -1 and submit. I got 2 successes.
Ooh, all right.
Good job.
So, okay. So you remember Victor Cruz's smartwatch?
Yeah.
Well,
Still have it somewhere in one of my pockets. Yeah.
Yep. You know you've gotten everything you can off of that thing.
Yeah.
Like it is now just scrap. But hey, that's just what you need here.
Pieces.
Yep, bits and pieces being connected in weird ways. It takes a bit of finagling. You can't quite get your the special tools that you bought working because they're required to be plugged into the wall. But you improvise some soldering with the solder stick and the the cigarette lighter in the Jeep.
Oh, there you go. Sure.
Yep. You just look.
And I'm like,
gotta get melted. Just gotta get on there.
I'm like, give that back. I need that when you're done.
Yeah. In between soldering, I'll reach over so we can light up another cigarette and then go back to soldering.
Okay. You're able to get enough of it wired together that you actually now have a proper connection from a modern power port into the PDA. Assuming it isn't already fried, it should just fucking work. This was back in the day when things just worked or they didn't.
Yep.
So you're gonna wait a couple of minutes to figure that out, as you're now spending most of your time just trying to keep this shit show held together.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense that it would need to charge for a few minutes before it would even power on, because I don't have the proper charging cable, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. So I'm just probably going to kind of quietly curse at each bump while I'm trying to hold everything together.
Dang.
But it's not going to be like a complaint to the driver because he's kind of neurotic right now. It's just going to be more like, oh, damn, damn.
He's swapping between swigs of soup and just chain smoking cigarettes with one hand. The other hand's just like that Fast and the Furious Don Toretto.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the other vehicle, Isaac.
Jeez, Ricky. Bad day? What's up? Bad day for all of us, I guess. But
You having a rough day, buddy? Do you want to talk about it?
You go to jail again? What the fuck?
It's all right. So I got good news and I got bad news. A lot of bad news, actually.
The bad news is I really don't have any good news.
Just I'll get the good news out of the way.
I found your boy Victor. Rather, my boys found your boy Victor.
You found Victor?
Yes.
That's
He was
incredible.
He was pretty fucked up, but they got him out of where he was. And,
So he's alive?
Well,
Oh shit.
it's things are, I don't know how to explain it. All right. I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but I don't think we're getting him. I think if you want to stay alive, you drop it. And I think if I want to stay alive, you know what, honestly, I drop you.
Unfortunately, so we have to go get him, unfortunately. And I know you may have to drop us. Wait, drop us, or just like distance ourselves?
Like never see each other again.
So distance ourselves. Okay.
Look, Boss Man he's got a way with words.
I thought you were the boss man.
No.
Everyone always has a boss, I guess. All right. Sorry.
Look,
go ahead.
He got Victor to talk, and Victor said a lot. And Boss Man's not happy. Boss Man wants Victor and his friends to go away. You did my boys a solid. And Manny, God rest his soul.
Oh, something happened to the other guy? Or
He did what he needed to make sure your boy got out. So I'm not just gonna abandon you when you did that for my boys.
So your boss has him?
Yeah. I can tell you where he's at. I can tell you if you go there, you're not coming back.
So is your boss willing to negotiate or anything?
No.
What kind of information did he get out of him? Do you know?
I wasn't in the room for very long. I heard a few names. I heard a few ranks. And I heard a few places and people that don't make a lot of sense. But Boss Man knew. He recognized some of them. And he was not happy.
Isaac's going to tilt his glasses a little bit. All of a sudden, they're going to shimmer and be glowing white. So, Ricky, you got to ask yourself, do you want to save my friend and continue this friendship, or are you working with Boss Man? There could be a place for you with us, if you're down for that. Eyes pop back normal for a second, then shine back.
Look, the only place I want is my shitty little apartment with my shitty beer and my shitty shows. I don't think I can have that no more. Fuck.
Boss Man knows you know this information. Did he do this to you? Because if he did, he could do a lot worse.
Ricky looks over to Mars. Yeah.
It's time to take a stand, man.
Not like this. You ever see a Chihuahua get into a fight with a Great Dane?
Unfortunately.
It'd be like that, but I don't know. Great Dane has like fucking laser eyes and a shotgun. It's not looking good, dude.
That's awesome.
I don't know,
My new
man.
dog.
This shit's just fucked. But
One sec. So tell me. I'm combining the voices. I think we need to do. I think you should take. This is a pellet gun, by the way.
remember, kids, keep
Safety
your
first.
finger off the trigger.
Yep.
Anyways,
Very disciplined. Unless you're ready to shoot. Anyway. I think it's time to make this Chihuahua its own Great Dane.
man, you say the funniest shit, dude. I know I had a good feeling about you, but fuck, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess.
Ricky, are you gonna ride or die?
Dude, why are
'Cause
you
if you-
talking like it's an action movie? Look, I need a minute, and I knew if I didn't get you out of that motel, somebody else was going to. Manny had a couple of friends, and they like to hang around. Boss man never got along with any of them, but I think we can trust them.
So let's go talk to them. Because maybe we can recruit some people. I think we can do this.
I don't know. And Ricky's quiet the rest of the ride.
You ponder that for a little bit, buddy, and I'll tell you what. If we pull through this, you don't have to worry about Boss Man ever again. Worst case scenario, we don't have to worry about anything ever again.
I keep lighting cigarettes and handing them to Crawford.
We're
Like
just
take two drags and throw it out the window.
Just like looking at Mars's car, it's a dust cloud and a smoke cloud.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds about right.
After a few minutes, you are led out of town by Ricky. There you go down a few back roads, and eventually you come across, or you pull into some private property. There's a simple small house, 2 sheds, and 4 vehicles parked outside.
2 sheds, though.
Yes.
Is there adventure coming from either of them?
Maybe. Only one way to find out.
Because there are some adventures from a shed somewhere.
I'm just going to text both Jonesy and Crawford's cells at the same time with be cool in the text.
Fucking Crawford on his 18th cigarette. Be cool. Be cool.
Yeah, I get out of the car and I'm doing that thing where like the cigarette's in my hand, I've got the soup in the other, like in the same hand. I'm like,
I'm not going to mention the whole Victor Cruz thing at all. I'm just going to keep that on the down low so they're not antsy about anything, and we're going to come into this.
I'm gonna laugh to myself as I reply to the be cool as like I have a choice.
I'm going to
Okay.
like hold my finger down on it and then hit the haha button. That image is awesome.
Both vehicles pull up to the property, and very quickly a tall man dressed in a sleeveless shirt, work-worn jeans, comes outside, baseball bat in hand. Y'all got about 30 seconds to explain what the fuck you're doing here. And Ricky holds his hands up, just hey, we're Manny's friends. We're in a little bit of trouble.
We could use your help. Boss Man has our boy, and we want to save him.
I'm like, Boss Man has the boy.
Be cool.
The corn-fed gentleman points the bat at Research Team 12, y'all I don't recognize. Y'all are guests. You motherfucker. You and I have some problems. And he points the bat at one of the sheds.
You got a problem with your shed? Just kidding. So that I'm guessing he's telling us to go walk that way. So Isaac will start walking that direction.
No. Y'all come on inside. Like I said, y'all are guests.
Please be kind to Ricky. He is a buddy of mine.
Oh, don't worry. We're just gonna be having words.
Ricky,
He says, please. Kind of just slamming the bat down into his empty hand.
Hopefully the word is the safety word.
He actually has the word words carved into the bat. When he has to have words with somebody, he means he's going to hit them with the bat repeatedly.
Ricky, the word is bird. Say bird, you're safe.
It's a World Series bat, but the L has been carved out.
Yeah, words series. Yes.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna grab my stuff. I'm gonna look over at Ricky and this guy that are obviously about to get into something. I'm gonna be like, that's Isaac's fucking problem. Like, I'm just gonna go shoot.
Yes. Ricky was Isaac's friend.
Really, it's not my problem because I'm a guest and we're gonna go have taquitos or some shit.
As they make their way to the sheds, the tall guy, you hear him call out behind him, "Make yourselves at home. There's some sodas in the fridge if you like."
So where's your iron at then?
His shirt got wrinkled on the way here. He needs to fix it.
I don't golf no more. I sold those a while back.
Okay, boys, we have to talk. So let's go inside.
Make yourself a sand wedge.
Why don't y'all go in there and make yourself some sandwiches?
So whenever we get inside, I'm gonna immediately put my stuff on the nearest table or couch or something like that. And I'm gonna turn to Isaac and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
So it turns out that Boss Man got himself a hold of Victor Cruz and beat, I guess, he was in bad shape apparently, but he managed to get information out. So I guess Victor got in worse condition than what he was, and he got things about possibly our facilities and what we do and who his friends are, which he doesn't really know we're here, but he was probably told about some guy with a lisp or something because that's probably why they're targeting us. Because I don't know, but so Ricky is not wanting to really help us. He wants to just live his life. But I'm trying to convince him, and now he's trying to convince these guys to go and help us out. Because apparently it's like we're a Chihuahua, and they're a great gang with laser eyes and shit. So, or a pit bull or some big doggy.
I have completely.
We're a Tibetan, and they're a Tibetan Mastiff with a chain gun.
We're an ant. They're a giant foot.
I once, as soon as he said he may have leaked information about our facilities and our organization, I completely tuned out. I'm just sitting down and like this.
His brain went to the black and gray zone.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at everybody and be like, I have to take a shit. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna turn the shower on and the faucets on, and I'm gonna get out my phone.
You're screaming back there.
So you move through the house to try and find the bathroom. There are several doors. It doesn't feel like any of them should go anywhere, but each door that you open trying to find a bathroom leads into a different room. You did. Why the fuck are there so many rooms in this house? God damn!
It's just compound.
This could be bigger than like a double wide. What the fuck?
Oh shoot, Jonesy, Mars is still in the back seat. I gotta go tell them.
Eventually, you open a door, and inside you see looks to be a teenager and a woman. They both kind of look at you.
And I'm like, where's the bathroom?
Oh, y'all the guests. Third door on the right, but you're going to have to take a right turn and then a left turn to get there.
Okay, so third door out of 60. All right, I'll figure it.
All right.
Close the door.
Eventually, following their instructions, you do somehow manage to find the door rather quickly, actually. What the fuck's wrong with this place? What the fuck is wrong with anything here? But
Yeah,
yes.
the whole time I'm just muttering to myself like, I hate this fucking town.
Why did I sign up for this job?
I was perfectly content in the lab. I did not want to come out here.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna turn all the faucets and stuff on so nobody can hear me doing my business. But what that business is I'm gonna call the emergency line.
Okay.
Yep.
You call
Oh,
the
shit.
emergency line, and it's Becky.
It's Becky.
Oh my God,
Becky?
Oh my God, Becky.
Crawford?
Look at her butt.
You know this is the emergency line, right?
I think we have an emergency.
Okay. In that case, we're going to follow procedure. I'm going to need you to give me your emergency code.
All right, it's 0666.
Uh-huh. Come on. You know there's more to it than that.
420.
66
867-5309.
626.
All right. Now, what's the nature of this emergency?
We've located our target. He's being held captive, and
Need help.
we are under the impression that he has divulged information of the organization.
Oh,
to
shit,
outside-
Crawford's a rat.
Okay. Do you believe this to be a level blue leak, a level green leak, a level yellow leak, or a level black leak?
Level
the
brown, I'm
bathroom.
shitting myself.
She's in the bathroom, so it's definitely yellow.
Well, I'm not so up to date, so let me give you some
Plaid.
some
Let's go
idea,
plaid.
some idea, so you can point me in the right direction. Our sources here in this town are stating that if we tried just the three of us, it's going to be a Chihuahua versus a Great Dane with laser eyes, chainsaw arms, and we're not making it out of there alive. We need backup in some capacity. So whatever level that is.
Chainsaw arms.
Hey, Jonesy, did I mention that he had a missile launcher penis?
Yeah, you leave his red rocket out of this.
Yeah, it's the ultimate rocket.
Red Rover, Red Rover.
You say missile right over.
So, if
I
I'm
love
understanding this
Taking
right,
it down like she's following a script. Like, all right, so this fits here. Now he said something about the dog with laser eyes, so now I have to ask a question. Have you tried rebooting?
He's got the flow chart.
You know,
It's like
are
if
you sure they said Great Dane and not Pyrenees?
I'm positive.
Gotta
I'm
go
gonna
get
have
the other
to
binder.
transfer you.
hey, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, so you need what exactly here? Are you asking for an emergency evac? Do I need to send a security team your way?
We need again, I've already played into prudence, but it is who Crawford is. So we're not leaving until the job is done, but we need all the help we can get. We're basically a team of researchers.
I'm aware.
That team.
I'm aware.
Are you? Like, I'm starting to get snappy with it. You haven't seen the shit I've seen. I've been teleported to different dimensions. We need backup ASAP.
All right. Why don't you tell me about shit you've been through when you're wearing your sister as a skirt? Okay. I'll let security know. They'll try and get a team together to get you out of there and put down whatever it is that's threatening you. But you are going to have to stay until they get there so they can get a full debrief. I'll get whatever information I can here now, but this isn't exactly a secure line, at least not the way they want it.
Understood.
So it should only take about 2 or 3 months. You hang tight. We'll
Okay.
be right with you.
You should expect a call back from me here in the next 6 hours on what your next course of action should be. And send. Okay. Was there anything else you needed?
Have a lovely day.
You too. I hope to see you back in the office.
God, and me too.
And she hangs up.
Yeah, right. And I slurp like right. All she hears at the end is,
Oh, him and his soup.
Soup. Awesome.
All right.
So then I take a real shit and then
Punch that toilet right in the face.
and I wash my hands and I leave the bathroom and meander my way back to the entrance.
Getting back to the living room, you do pass by the woman who makes eye contact with you and says, "Shop hooper." Me too.
And
Why don't you go and join?
I'm already smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, is it okay if I smoke it here?
Oh, that's not going to be a problem.
Okay, cool.
Why don't you go join your friends back over in the living room? I'll bring out some refreshments.
Please.
Please. Maybe some fresh soup.
You know, we just so happen to make some beef stew tonight. No,
Christ,
no stew. Only soup.
just give me the broth and leave the rest.
Oh my God. Jeez. Okay.
Now, I know we're kind of past when it would have happened, but as soon as Jonesy was able to put the electronics on a stable surface rather than a moving car, he would have put it down so it could just sit and, charge to when it was ready.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on it, of course. I want to make sure nothing bad happens.
So yeah, you set it down, and after a few minutes, Crawford returns, and shortly thereafter, a woman that you don't recognize, Jonesy, comes in with a few Cokes and a couple of bowls. Inside the bowls are some beef stew.
Does she stick around or does she leave so that I can have a private moment with Jonesy?
Awesome. Thank you. You happen to have like lemonade?
Not right now.
Coke. Okay.
Well, why don't I get you some nice cold water then?
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yep, she takes a drink and in just a few seconds comes back and attempts to make small talk with you.
Cool. Now I want to see how Crawford handles the small talk.
Why don't one of you give me a composure socialize?
Ooh, I want to do it.
Okay. I've got a lot of points in composure and 2 in socialize.
Well, I got 2 in composure and 3 in socialize. So let's see how this works out for me to start.
It's only one more die if I do.
Because I was talking to her. That's why I'm saying I'll do it. 0. 73326.
The woman has no idea how to talk to you, Jonesy.
That might play into my merit of being forgettable. That I am not at all amusing to her, and she forgets everything I say as soon as I say it.
That's whatever you're talking about for you.
Yeah. Cool.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I poke a little bit at the PDA, waiting for it to wake up.
And what about you, Mr.
It's Crawford. I don't lie. Not this time.
You don't lie. Oh no, sorry. I thought that was like in affirmation.
Like I'm saying that. I don't lie.
Yeah.
Crawford.
Well, Mr. Crawford, are you like your friend here? Kind of vaguely gesturing with her head to Jonesy.
We all have our specific personalities. I can't say that mine is particularly like his.
I see. Well, she gets up, goes over to the front door, kind of like looks out a bit, and looks back over to Crawford. You mind if I took one of your cigarettes there?
Be my guest. I give her 2. And she's like, this is 2. And I'm like, I don't go away.
Y'all look a little stressed, so I'll leave y'all be. But if you do need anything, just give me a holler. My name's Tina. I'll be in the other room.
Much appreciated, ma'am.
Thanks, Tina.
And once she's out of earshot, I don't remember if Becky told me what code this was.
No.
No, she didn't. And I'm just gonna look over to Jonesy and kind of speak a little cryptically, and I'll be like, "It's code red."
Like Mountain Dew, man?
Like as in I called.
You called Mountain Dew.
No, I called.
Did you say, like, I'm not ready to do the do?
No, Becky.
Oh, Becky.
Oh,
All
that
right,
code
so
red.
she said that there's something wrong?
No, I told her something was wrong.
Ah. And the whole time I'm actually just looking at the PDA, poking at it, waiting for it to wake up.
And I'm like, I'm just venting at this point. I'm like, I don't think with all the stuff that's going on in the black and white world that you still haven't seen for some fucking reason, and yeah, Isaac's loose cannon, man. He's loose, and now we've got this gang affiliate. Like these gangs are after us. Sure, we found where Victor Cruz was, but if Isaac never would have went to prison, we never would have ran into this problem in the first place. We could have found Victor on our own. And so I called it in, and I'm gonna make Jonesy look at me. I'm like, Jonesy,
No. Oh, hey, yeah, dude.
don't tell Isaac. We
Don't tell him what you said.
Yes. Don't.
I cannot do that.
Because we got backup is coming. We don't tell him until the last possible second because I don't want him to do something crazy. There's no.
I'm not sure not telling him will stop him from doing something crazy. But that's cool, man. Yeah. I can keep a secret. It's not really a secret, I guess. I guess I can just avoid saying anything for a while.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I got this. Super cool.
I think
I can't wait till he comes back and I can just go, you don't know.
Because I'm going to be honest. If something else happens and this stress guy, I might have an aneurysm or something, man. I've been putting these cigarettes and soup back like no tomorrow. My body's overloaded with salt and nicotine, and I just don't know.
Dude, maybe you could like try to take a nap.
Yeah.
You should try that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll just
take it like a 10-minute nap. I bet a cat nap will probably help out a lot, man.
Yeah, I'll see if they got like a spare room.
Bing, 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 bing. You hear chimes from the PDA.
Oh, hey.
Buzzes to life.
Nice. I'm going to start checking it out.
The screen flickers with activity, and several big square blocks kind of slide into frame.
Okay.
And they spell out a few words. You see, plain as day, the end of the episode.
Oh, it showed up when Randy wasn't around.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, we still got a couple minutes. We still got to talk about the episode, right?
Yes, yes, we do. First things first, though, let's go ahead and get XP out of the way.
All right. Randy gets none. We get whatever Randy was going to get.
So the first experience point for showing up for the night. Everybody gets one except for Randy because he wasn't here when XP was doled out.
Hey-o.
That.
Pikachu gets it, though. I can see Pikachu.
What?
If I add Randy back here, you see he's got his Pikachu blanket on.
Yeah,
on the chair.
Pikachu will hold on to Randy's XP.
There you go.
Second one, learning curve. Joe, what did Jonesy learn this session that you feel is most important to him?
He's very myopic on this one. All he really cares about is what he found in the storage room. So I'm like, as a tricky one. I'm not sure. I guess finding out, to me at least, finding out that Victor is probably alive. I have not expected Victor to be alive since our first episode. So just finding out that Victor might be alive, that would be probably the only thing that Jonesy learned. And that's, I guess that's pretty darn important because that's the plot. We're supposed to be finding Victor, and I thought he was dead the whole time.
I think I would like to add on to that, not just that Victor's probably alive, but that there is an actual chance of bringing him back.
Yeah.
No matter how much Crawford protests, and whatever the official book says for, how we're supposed to handle the situation, you could actually bring him home.
Yeah, and I can tell you from the perspective of the character I'm playing of Jonesy, from the time we got there and the reception we got, I was positive Victor's dead. We're looking for his body. That's what I felt like the entire time.
Oh shit, he's alive. Fuck,
Jonesy's reaction is like, oh.
Well, wow. It wouldn't have even sunk in yet because he's too focused on the electronics.
Yeah.
That's his. Yeah. That is what he does. That's his entire focus. So
okay. I want to not give the XP point because while he has been made aware, because it hasn't sunk in, because Jonesy hasn't taken actions with that in mind.
Yep.
But it also feels unfair to me to withhold that XP because you could do something with that later.
I mean, I could go different and just say I learned that there were more clues because I didn't really think we had anything else to find. We found the storage unit, though, and we found not only information that could help, but information about Victor, as well as, even though Jonesy didn't find them, those photographs. So, I mean, there were things that we learned. I feel like it's bigger than I thought it was. I figured there was just some people out. Victor got himself in trouble, and some people were out for him, and he got killed. But now it seems like there's at least 3 different factions here, and none of those dots had been connected yet.
You know what? I'll give you the XP for that, realizing that this is so much larger.
Yeah. Because he would realize that from the time he read the journal page that said, essentially, check with Victor, he knows something. Because I'm like, oh, then who the hell's that? Right.
And does that make you one of the factions?
Possibly. I mean, yeah. I consider the company we work for to be one of the factions, yeah. So I'm considering that. The big boss man, and then whatever this other group is that seems to be against him and against us, or whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Zeb, what did Crawford learn that was important to him?
Crawford learned that we couldn't do this alone, and he definitely acted on that. After being sucked into the nightmare dimension a second time, his expertise is in investigation, not combat, and hearing that an underlord kingpin has our person, and we got to fight dogs with laser eyes. I'm gonna Crawford is. It's not that he's given up, but he's like, there's no way.
This is now beyond my capabilities.
Yeah, not for the 3 of us. We need help.
I will absolutely give you that one. Knowing when you are outgunned and when to get asked for help is a very important lesson in life.
Yeah.
Personally and professionally. All right. Randy, what did you feel Isaac learned tonight?
Isaac learned that I shouldn't leave right near the end of the episode.
That is important, but I was asking more specifically about the actual story.
The story? Isaac learned that when you punch people where you showed them up, you're a dick.
I fully believe that Randy actually had a solid point here for the learning XP. I think Randy would have caught on to at least one of the threads that was thrown out there tonight. So I will award this XP point to Randy as well.
Cool.
All right. Role playing. I think every character here, present and unaccounted for, role played very well tonight.
Far out, man.
I think the weakest one was Jonesy, but Jonesy was also kind of intentionally taking a back seat to things.
Well, part of that too is he
Literally
did what
in
he's
the backseat.
supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I think that plays into it as well. He was quieter, but at the same time, it was because he was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Yeah.
He had his head down. He was doing his thing.
It was the weakest role play, but that does not mean that it is bad or invalid. So everybody gets the role play experience as well. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a weird one because I can think of a few moments, but I want to hear what you all think. The heroism XP point. Who put themselves at risk for the sake of someone else or their goals?
Wow. I feel like myself, I want to say Crawford kind of confronted the stuff that was freaking him out, and in doing so was internally convinced to call for help. And I think that would be a little heroic.
Okay.
Because it's trying to save us. Because he never said, I need help. He said, we need help.
And Zed?
I was going to say that Isaac, because he was the only one that actually took action in the shadow world. I was trying to escape the whole time, thinking only of myself, and Isaac shot the deity that brought us back.
He did. I focused a lot on he just punched Mars in the spot that he had stitched up. Like, yeah, he was trying, and in Isaac's own way, yeah. I guess I would buy that. I don't think Jonesy did anything I would qualify as heroic. Very useful, yes. Heroic, no.
I agree with these points here. I think both Isaac and Crawford have taken action in a way that puts themselves at risk for the sake of others. So go ahead and get the XP for that. You keeping track of that, Pikachu? Randy's got 3 points.
What is that
Or
cat's
4?
name, Eli?
Oh, the cat that is on screen here is Naruto.
Naruto.
He's an asshole.
Oh, cool. Is Naruto able to join the podcast?
No. Well, I mean, I don't know. He's here. You going to say something?
Nope.
No? All right.
Oh, no.
Doesn't even want to look at the camera.
With all of that out of the way, we can move on to bonus XP. First things first. Funniest joke. Funniest scene.
Oh, I don't know. I laughed a lot. I cried a little.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I just, because my character was so manically the whole time, I don't know. Maybe some of the things he would have done that he did was funny to an outside view, but at least in his own eyes, he was free.
It's kind of morbid to think about, but I just couldn't get out of my head the picture of Mars flopping around in the front seat, unconscious, while we're driving like a bat out of hell. Yeah, it's like Seb was just doing on the camera. I thunk, and then I'm expecting Crawford to be like, "Would somebody grab him?" And then that's when like Isaac would hold him still. But in my head, that was the funniest thing, whether it happened or not. The picture I created in my head was the funniest part, and it's morbid, but it was funny as hell.
It's an interesting argument to make, but I don't think anybody gets XP for that.
Well, it was my thought.
I'm not giving you the XP for that.
There were plenty of little funny moments, but I don't think anything really stood out to me tonight.
Okay. I think I agree with that. Well, it was definitely a fun session, and we made a lot of stupid jokes.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of them.
I think everything was just kind of overshadowed by how much stuff was actually going on with the story.
That's a fair point.
You know what? Of happenings.
Since the real shit overshadowed the side shit, I'll give everybody an XP point for funniest scene.
Cool.
That's funny right there.
Second bonus is the best overall scene.
Best overall scene.
I'm gonna vote for myself. Actually, like pulling the wool out from everybody's eyes and going and doing the thing that no one probably even thought of doing, which was calling for help, taking a shit for real.
Yeah, I think the way I would agree the way Zeb described how Crawford went about it, I think that was a good scene. The idea of looking for the bathroom, turning on all the faucets and everything making the noise, calling for backup, getting Becky and having to deal with freaking Becky. Look, we're in trouble. What kind of trouble? I said we're in trouble. Yeah.
If this is anything like the Beluga incident,
It's nothing like that.
we don't have a shovel this time. All right. I agree. I do think overall that would probably be the best, just because it adds another layer to what's going on here. It adds an internal conflict. Kat, if you do not stop trying to get my love and attention, okay,
Naruto's climbing Eli like a piece of furniture.
He's hungry.
I am a piece of furniture. I am a brick.
One of the things I think made the scene as good as it was the lead up through the entire episode, because it started, from the beginning of Crawford starting to freak out in the film noir world, and then the freak out just escalating. Chain smoking cigarettes in the car, chugging emergency soup, and then finally getting to where you could get to a phone to make a phone call, and it was just like beat feet straight down the hallway. That's not the bathroom. That's not the bathroom. That's not what the fuck's the bathroom? Hey, Isaac's back. Or Randy is.
That's the point that I wanted to vote for Crawford for. Not necessarily the actual scene in the house there. Cat.
Hey,
Cat,
can I still have the being here experience?
Pikachu is holding on to 4 XP for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're doing bonus XP for best scene, and so far the votes have all been for Crawford because of his calling for backup. It was just a good scene, but also the actual build up to it, not any scene in particular. That through line between them.
That whole thing was awesome. Really, water and everything, and just making sure no one can hear him while he calls her out. That was really cool. I definitely Seb's character Crawford for sure.
Yeah, it just felt like the accumulation of everything that's happened today and so far, and I just felt like it was the most interesting way to take it.
I do have a question for you, Randy. Before we move on to the last XP point, we couldn't think of anything. So, do you have anything for funniest scene tonight? Everybody got the bonus XP for that already, but I wanted to know what your vote was.
Funniest scene. Man, I can't think of one at the time. Like I want to say the jokes, the continuous iron jokes that was making people chuckle, but
that's where we were too. We're like, there was a lot of little funny things that happened, and we had a lot of fun, but there wasn't any one scene that was like, oh my gosh, that was hysterical.
Yep. Okay. So at least it was unanimous.
Yeah.
So final bonus XP is going to be just cuz. Who do we want to give an XP point to? Joe?
Only because this is the first instance where Jonesy really got to use all his skills. I like the idea of that. So okay. I'm actually going to vote for Jonesy on this one just because everything played to him this time. He got some supernatural. He got to read the journal. He found a old piece of tech that he was able to revive. I mean, it was his wheelhouse. Even though he didn't shine, things were just there for him. And I like that idea.
Okay. Yeah, I'd go along with that. I think that what Crawford did isn't technically new. You know what I mean? Like he's known to be kind of freaked out by all this supernatural stuff and not super not act that great under pressure.
Yeah.
So but Jonesy actually got to get his fingers, into the meat of the thing.
The cotton candy Joe is what you got your fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
Can that be the joke of the day?
No. I said, since we can't think of any particular joke, everybody gets the funny XP today.
Yeah, we got that.
That's fair.
So Zeb, your vote was for Jonesy as well?
Yep.
Okay. Randy.
Jonesy as well, for sure. Seeing him shine today was really awesome. I thought it was great. Seeing you just get a lot of stuff, like opening up the door and just the cold chill that broke through, and the little investigation that didn't go as deep, but still pretty good. You found a lot of things that led us.
I actually took one of the things that made me think of it, Eli, is I took more notes in this session than any other one session.
So
because there was a bunch of stuff that I got. And it was specific to me. I usually don't take notes when other people are getting info. This time I actually got info, so I'm like, hey, I'm typing shit. Yeah.
I also want to give the XP to Joe. I had a specific reason. I forgot it. But yeah, go ahead and take it. There was one.
No reason, I guess.
Oh, no. I remember what it was. The reason I wanted to vote for Joe and Jonesy was because of the interplay between reality and the next place. Like the being a stickler for playing the character and like not metagaming, when Crawford finally had something to latch onto, something to anchor him and his sanity in the other world, Jonesy reinforces his presence in the real world, thus taking him out of it.
Yeah, get the fuck away from me, whatever that thing was.
I thought that was funny, and I thought that was a great way to stick to your guns. So yeah, I take the just cause XP.
And Crawford and Isaac both stuck to their guns too.
Yeah.
Bam bam.
Cool.
So that is going to be it for our experience section. Does anybody have any closing thoughts?
Nope. Other than that, we've really got to remember next session to go over all the stuff we found.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a little recap of what I missed, because the episode won't be out by the time
We'll get you caught up, Randy.
Don't worry. It's literally all stuff that Isaac wasn't supposed to hear anyways.
Oh, that works.
Nice.
Oh, what was the end of the episode? I'll never.
The PDA. When the PDA powered up, it had the end of the episode on it.
Oh, nice.
Yep. The boot up logo was the end of the episode.
Nice.
All right. Well, with no more thoughts, head empty, we can all go ahead and say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.
Points this campaign were brought to you by One Joe Young, and when they are by Joe, Joanne is half the battle. G.I. Joe. What would G.I. be?